Hello students, today we will start new chapter, that is chapter 11, Force, Machine and Energy. In this we will cover the topics that are force and its effect, types of forces, simple machines and energy. In this part of video we will cover force and its effects, types of forces. Now, force. We all know anything, if we want to move, we have to push it or pull it. So to move something, you either push or pull it. So when you push an object like a cart, it moves. It also moves when we pull it towards our side. So a push or pull that acts on an object is called the force. Suppose in school have to change the position of benches or table, we have to apply our force, then only it will move. It cannot move without applying force. So what the force can do, what are the effects of force? Force can move an object that is stationary, it can stop an object that is in motion. Force can change the direction of a moving object. Force can also change the shape of an object, and force may also change the speed of an object. Now, first, force can move an object that is stationary. Suppose a ball is kept in the sports room. Unless and until we are not applying some force on it, it will not move from its place. So a force, when we are applying force, it can move from one place to another. Or if we kick the ball, then it will move from one place to another. So force can move an object that is stationary. Stationary means which is in the rest position. Second, it can stop an object that is in motion. Suppose a ball is coming or anybody is coming running towards you, what, and you want to stop it, you will apply force and you will hold the boy or hold the object which is coming towards you, and you can stop the motion of that object or boy or anything. Third, force can change the direction of a moving object. Suppose you are playing a cricket, and we are applying ball to the batsman. So batsman, by hitting the ball through the bat, it can change the direction of the ball which is coming towards it. So it can change the direction. Force can change the shape of an object. Suppose a dough is there and my mother is baking a roti. She can apply force and she can change the shape of the dough. Sometimes it can be in the shape of chapati, round shape, triangular shape, or any other shape. So by applying force, the shape of the object can be changed. Force may also change the speed of an object, whether it can make it more speed or it can slow the speed of an object by applying force. Now, types of force. There are different types of forces that can act on an object. Types of forces are gravitational force, magnetic force, muscular force, elastic force, mechanical force, buoyant force, frictional force, and electrostatic force. Now, one by one, we will see all the types of forces. First, gravitational force. We all know when we throw a ball up in the air, it slows down, stops, and then starts falling down to the ground. This is because a force called gravity acts on it. This force pulls the ball down towards the earth. In fact, gravity acts on all the objects on the earth, pulling them towards the earth. That is why when we throw anything up, comes down. Our earth exerts a force on any objects that attracts the object toward the center of its surface. This force is known as gravity or gravitational force. So anything which is moving up has to come down because Earth attracts the objects toward the center of its surface. And this force is known as gravitational force. Second is magnetic force. You must have seen magnets. When you bring the nails, iron nails toward the magnet, then what happens? Magnet attracts the iron nails because the magnet has a force that attracts the iron nails. This force applied by a magnet on an object is called magnetic force. You can see here, first picture is of gravitational force. A ball which is going up is falling down towards the center of Earth. And second, magnet. When iron nails comes to in the part position of near to the magnet, it is attracted by the magnet, and the force which is pulling this nails, iron nails towards the magnet is known as magnetic force. Now, muscular force. You are when you are coming to school, you are lifting a bag, school bag in your uh, back. So you are using your muscular energy. So when we use our limbs is hands or legs to push or pull objects, we apply muscular force. Pulling a suitcase, trolley, plucking fruit from a tree, and lot many examples, lot many things we are doing with the help of our hands. So all these examples are examples of muscular force. Now, next is elastic force. We can stretch or compress things with elastic force. It is used in ropes for bungee jumpings and other adventurous sports. Okay, bungee jumping you must be knowing. On other adventurous sports, elastic force is applied. Mechanical force is applied on the simple machines like scissors, staplers. We are using our uh, when we are using the machines to small simple machines, the mechanical force is applied, and this force is known as mechanical force. Buoyant force. Now suppose you are throwing a plastic ball or ball in the water. Huh? It floats. If you want to push down, again after a pressure is applied by from the water which does not allow the ball to go down. It resists. The water has a force which throw the ball outside. So when you push down an object, example a ball in water, you feel an upward push. This upward push resists the ball from going down. Okay, the upward force acting on an object is known as buoyant force. Things floats on water due to buoyant force. Large, huge ships does not sink but floats on water due to the presence of buoyant force. Or when you are diving in the swimming pool, you are not going inside the pool. Yeah, your a force is there which is throwing you back from the water, and this force which is throwing you upward side is the buoyant force. Here you can see examples of muscular force, how they are stretching the rope and you lifting weight, all are done by hand, and this is known as muscular force. In next picture, bungee jumping, you can see a rope is used for the adventure sports like bungee jumping. In the mechanical force, you can see by a nutcracker machine is the example of mechanical force, and here is buoyant force. When we are pushing the ball inside the water, a force is acting which throws the ball upward in upward direction is known as buoyant force. Now, electrostatic force. When things are rubbed with each other, they become charged and a force is produced. This force is called electrostatic force. Suppose when we run the comb through our hair, we are able to pull some small pieces of paper with the comb after rubbing some for sometimes the combs into the hair, and after that when we are keeping the small papers, the charged comb will pull the paper, and this is also happens because a force is uh, applied there, which is known as electrostatic force. And this is because on rubbing, the comb gets charged and attracts the tiny bits of paper. This is electrostatic force. Next is frictional force. Now we all know friction, when two things are rubbed, it's when two objects are moving towards each other, a force is applied there which tries to stop the moving object. When you push a toy car on the carpet, it slows down and stops down after some time. Why? Because when they are moving on each other, a force is acting in between them and it tries to stop the moving object. The force which acts on the car to slow it down is called force of friction. Friction is a force between two surfaces that are sliding or trying to slide across each other. And what is the advantage of friction? It helps us to walk. If the surface is very smooth, it is very difficult to walk. We can slip down. Suppose in bathroom when we are leaving the soap, so when and if we are walking through it, we can slip there and we can fall. So it reduces the friction and we are not able to walk properly. So friction help us to walk properly. Friction between road and tires of automobile make their movement possible. Friction also helps erase pencil marks from the paper by using an eraser. And some disadvantages are also there. It slows down or stops the motion of the vehicles. Friction produces heat that damages the machine parts. Here is the example of electrostatic force. By after rubbing the comb, it's charged with the electrostatic force, and small tiny bits of paper can be attracted towards the charged comb. And the other example is of friction. When two rough surfaces are rubbed towards each other, a force of friction is acting, which try to stop the moving object. So this is all about force, different types of force and effects of force. In this video, uh, we will stop here only. In next part of video, we will discuss about simple machines and energy. So till then, bye. Thank you.